Mike and I are here at the trailhead at the Footbridge along Highway 6. This is February 19th, and we are going to make an assault on Wolf Point. It will be exciting. We're carrying snowshoes and we're ready. And we have 2,500 feet of elevation gain ahead of us. And here we go. Okay, heading down the steps. This is a real cool trailhead because, you know, you got to cross the river on the bridge and stuff, and they call this a footbridge because that's what it is. And the river's looking pretty good. Let's see how, ooh, this is a pretty slimy bridge. I better hold on. The river. Okay, we're on the trail now. Been on it for a little bit here, just kind of walking along. River's right down there, parallels the river, and we're basically following the Wilson River Trail for a little over a mile, and then we will be hiking up logging roads type stuff until we get up to the top, because that's really the only way to go through this kind of country. You know, a lot of people, they say, you know, I mean, I want to, you know, I just want to be on the trail. I don't want to be on a road or anything like that. But if you're going to hike in the Coast Range, just because of the nature of the terrain, that often that's what you're doing. In the wintertime, you know, like this, it's usually not too bad. We don't meet many people whenever we're up here. And if they are, they're usually loggers or whatever. And they're really good about being respectful and stuff. And of course, we're respectful to them. We get out of their way, get working, so the truck can go by. But they're not highballing like back in the day and that kind of stuff. They're good. It's been a really good experience hiking up here in the wintertime, especially when we get up on the roads and stuff and start, you know, getting into interesting areas. The trail part continues here. It's you got a little bit of a climb. I mean, I wouldn't call it a climb in the sense of hiking climb, but you got some uphill here. It's easy going. Nice trail, as you can see. You can hear the road, trucks on the road across the canyon there. It's the highway's over there. And then we'll get down here. We're going to kind of side hill a while, then we will drop down and it'll hit where the trail intersects the road, and we're going to turn and head away from the roads. So, yeah, it's raining. We actually were kind of debating at the beginning, but thought we'd give it a shot, and so far so good. Okay, we're coming to an important junction, and you got to really keep your eyes open on this one because you can miss it. It's one of those that, you know, if hikers miss it, then, you know, you're can be miles off. So there's the junction we're going to, and we're going to take a right. So like I said, be careful if you miss this, you know. Of course, you know, that's a joke because this is one of those you can't really miss. The trail doesn't continue. It goes up the roadways and takes off, and we're not going to be on the trail after this. And there's what we're going to be walking on for a while. So what is this stuff? We're thinking that's probably a good thing we have those snowshoes on our backs. And I have a real lightweight pair of Atlas snowshoes. So when I put them on, it's not a big deal. And I think they're like 3.5 pounds total or something like that. But yeah, we're going to be going up, and I'm just hoping the road's clear all the way, but if we have to, we'll put them on. This time of year in the Coast Range, we found that you do want to be prepared because you can literally come around a corner and all of a sudden you're post holing for the next 5 miles. And if you see the video on the idiots going to Idiot Creek, or I should say the idiots that went to Give Out Mountain, both of those were many miles of walking in knee-deep snow. We were just talking about why some of these old snags and stuff in here are rotten, broke off, and they have all this black stuff on them. And you're kind of, you're making it kind of a joke, but that was the big Tillamook burn, which was 3 ginormous fires that were 6 years apart that burned through the areas and pretty much denuded the whole thing. And there's a lot of people that don't realize that this is all a man-created forest, as in they reforested it and built it back up. We reached the junction, but Mike says we're going to the right, which I trust him because he's still wearing his glasses and I had to take mine off because I was getting kind of seasick from wearing them and fogged up with rain on them and stuff. So I have to trust Mike. Okay, we had to do a little backtrack and we're going up this road we passed earlier, and the reason is the other one there was a logging operation and the road that we were on becomes a motorcycle trail, basically an old cat road, and gets snow on it and down in that stuff. We just didn't want to go through there and risk turning an ankle or wiping a knee out in this kind of condition. So we backtracked here. It's pretty easy to do. We're just going to head up the road here to the top and then come back down. Okay, we're just about to the top and we had to come up. There's a old motorcycle trail that comes up here, so we had to kind of parallel that because it's kind of rough going, and but we're just about up here to the top. We're on the ridge. Not the most photogenic up here, but we made it back down. This turned out to be a pretty challenging hike. We got into snow, not enough for the snowshoes. Loggers a bit up there, so they had the ruts out so we could walk a little bit, but it was a little bit challenging. And then we had to climb the last bit. The road didn't go up that way, the old cat road and motorcycle trail, which wasn't all that passable, so because that snow on it, so we had to kind of go around it and go up. That was kind of a butt kicker, but yeah, this is a good little hike. You know, I kind of recommend it, something different. And you know, if you're tired of doing Kings all the time, or Kings Junior to Kings, give this one a run.